For today's practice, I recommend a blanket and a couple of pillows. This is a yoga blanket, but you can use any blanket you have at home or a folded up towel. Sit on your blanket and lean towards the edge of it to tilt the pelvis forward. Place the hands around the knees or on the lap. Roll the shoulders back and lengthen your torso. Lean back towards the hips, ears towards the shoulders. Close the eyes when you're ready, or keep a soft gaze. Soften the face and feel grounded through your seat. Become aware of the breath, of when you inhale and when you exhale. And now place the hands around your baby. Let baby feel the warmth of your touch. And the next time you inhale, breathe in fully, expanding the belly like a balloon. As you exhale, draw the navel back towards the spine. Breathe deeply again, repeating that process, inhaling fully into the back of the waist, towards the front and the sides of the waist, and slowly exhaling back. Keep extending your breath, bringing in more energy and oxygen to your body and to your baby. And today we'll invite a quality of patience into this practice. Pregnancy requires patience, especially through all the changes that your body goes through. One of the best ways to practice patience is through yoga, through being completely present in the moment. I'll guide you to bring all your attention today to your experience with you and your baby, and letting go of all your responsibilities and your duties for just this 30 minutes, releasing all future plans or anything that might have happened before this practice. Now bring the hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer hands. Bow towards your heart and set an intention for today to practice patiently, or to be present, or your own personal intention, and repeat it silently to yourself. Soften the hands to the side, flutter the eyes open, let some light in, roll the shoulders back, and take the hands forward in front of you. Keep that deep breath practice. Inhale fully, hands up overhead. Palms forward, open the shoulders, open the chest. And on the exhale, take the palms down towards the floor facing one another. Inhale, send the arms around you. Press the sternum up towards the ceiling for a slight back bend. And then on the exhale, draw the navel back towards the spine. Bring the arms forward again. Inhale fully, extend, open, lift. Exhale. Bring the hands down towards the floor. And on the inhale, open the arms wide, take them behind you, lift the chest. Exhale, draw everything back towards center. One more time. Inhale. Make a bigger house for your baby, more spacious. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, bring it around and lift. Exhale, release. Come over onto your hands and knees now. And you can use your blanket for extra support. Place the wrist beneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Spread out the toes. And soften belly for cat and cow or Vidalasana. As you soften the belly, send your heart forward, tailbone up, look up between the eyes. And on the exhale, look towards your baby, round through the spine, and release the base of the skull. Inhale fully again. Soften the belly. Look up, stretch the neck. Exhale, round through the spine. Look towards your navel. Drop the tailbone. And keep moving at your pace, but with your breath. The breath and the spine are moving simultaneously. Inhale, soften the belly. Rock your baby. Exhale, round through the spine. We'll do one more round, one more inhale and exhale. And now soften to a neutral back. Press back for a child's pose, Balasana. Take your knees out wide to leave room for your baby, for your belly. And then the big toes touch. Sink back towards your heels and release the lower spine. You can stay on the hands or maybe come to the forearms or even all the way down to the forehead. You can stack fists underneath the forehead as well to create space. And I recommend maybe even closing the eyes to minimize any distractions, to help keep your focus inward and to keep you present in the moment. Come back to breathing fully, expanding the abdomen out, breathing into the back of the waist, into the back of the lungs, and exhaling fully. We'll stay in Balasana Child's Pose about 3 more breaths. This is a great way to relieve lower back pain or any discomfort in the lower spine. It also opens the pelvic canal, which prepares for birth. One last breath. Now come back to your tabletop position. Readjust your hands, readjust your knees so they're back underneath the hips. Tops of the feet on the floor. Extend your right leg back, curl the toes under, and stretch through your calf, through your heel, your Achilles tendon. This will be a great way to work on your core muscles gently by taking that right leg behind the shoulder. Staying on both hands, or take your left hand forward, bicep by the ear. Long spine, long neck. Draw baby back towards the spine again. So a slight connection, gentle contraction through the abdomen. One more breath. Release the left hand to the floor, release the right knee to the mat, and move the hips from side to side. Move towards your left side now, left leg behind the shoulder. Curl the toes under, feel the stretch through the back of the leg again. And extend that left foot behind the left shoulder. Draw navel in, right arm forward this time. Lengthen and stretch out through the fingertips and the toes. Navel in, strong belly, but soft at the same time. Release your right hand down, left knee down, and wag your tail one way and then the other. We'll move into downward facing dog next. If you're beyond 32 weeks, I recommend staying back on the knees and doing cat and cow again, which we've done already. But if you're before 32 weeks, take your hands forward so that the wrists are now diagonal to the shoulders. Curl your toes underneath and send your hips up towards the ceiling for an upside down V, downward facing dog. Spread the feet out wide and bend through the knees for a prenatal downward facing dog, or Adho Mukha Svanasana. Extend through the spine. It's a great way to stretch out the back and the back of the legs. We'll only stay here for 2 breaths. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Soften back to the knees and walk the hands back towards the knees. Open the knees even wider to come to standing, feet out wide as well for a deep squat. Walk the hands even further back onto the feet, heels down, and take the forearms to the thighs. Transitions are really important. We move through transitions slowly in pregnancy. This way we don't get lightheaded or dizzy. Take your hands to the waist, elbows up towards the ceiling, and slowly stand up. Your first standing posture, Tadasana Mountain Pose. Come towards the center of your mat, feet underneath the hips, palms forward. Open the shoulders, open the collarbones wide. Lift all 10 toes, and then place 1 toe at a time on the floor. Feeling the 4 corners of the feet. Soften through the knees, relax in the tailbone. Stack your ribs over your hips, open the shoulders again, palms forward. Lift the chin slightly, crown of the head up towards the ceiling. It's a simple posture, but it's great to build strength through your torso and to relieve a lot of back discomfort, especially towards the end of your pregnancy. As baby gets bigger, it can change your posture. Soften the hands and come towards, I'll face you. You can stay where you are or face me as well. Stay in your Tadasana Mountain Pose and open the feet wider if you're in second trimester and even wider the width of your mat for third trimester. It's a modification on Sun Salutation. Inhale fully, hands up overhead. Look up at the thumbs. Exhale, bring the arms out to the side, bend through the knees, and you can place the hands on the thighs or on the shins. On an inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lead with your heart space. Bend into the knees on the exhale. Inhale, fully come all the way back up. Exhale towards the side, side stretch, pressing firmly into the feet. Inhale, reconnect the hands, and exhale the opposite direction. This is a great way to re-energize the body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Shoulders back. Exhale. Inhale, come up through a flat spine again. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, hands together. Exhale to your heart. And back to Tadasana. Last round, we'll practice in silence, using the breath. Soften the hands. Bring the feet right underneath the hips and move to the top edge of your mat. Or actually stay in the center. We'll take the right leg forward for warrior two, left leg back. And as you move into these warriors, stay aware of your experience. Stay aware of sensation in the body, of your breathing, and this will keep you present as well, present in the moment. Bend through the right knee. Take your left leg back a little bit slightly, and make sure that back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Right arm forward, left arm back, and keep turning that knee out towards the pinky edge of the floor. On an inhale, bring the hands up overhead, and on the exhale, bring them to heart center. You can also just leave the arms out to the side, away from the chest. Two more with breath. Inhale, exhale. And one more. Extend the arms out to the side. Release through that front leg. Keep your extension, both legs straight, for Trikonasana triangle pose. Try to reach towards the front edge of the mat. Pivot the whole body towards the front leg, and maybe you start at the thigh. Don't like to go too far so that you don't lose the line. And ultimately, we're trying to stretch the spine here. You can also move towards the calf, but it's not necessary. Notice that you're right on top of that right leg. Open in the heart and in the chest. Stay for a couple of breaths. This is also a good way to work on your core muscles and to stretch out the inner thigh, inner groin. Bend slightly through the right knee, come back up to your starting place, hands to the waist, and turn the toes inward. Heel toe your way to the inside, to the center of the mat. Come back to Tadasana for just a moment. Hands back on the waist. We'll do the left side. So left leg comes to the front now or to the back edge of the mat. Back foot, right foot towards the front, and bend into that left knee. Find warrior two or Virabhadrasana 2, soften through the shoulders. And stay aware of sensation in the arms and the legs. Stay aware of your breath and how you're breathing. Bend into that left knee and bring the hands up overhead. Exhale to the heart. Inhale fully again, 2 more. Moving with your breath, exhale. Stay firm through the feet. Press into the big toe mounds of the feet. Exhale. And back to warrior 2. Extend through your left leg. Reach forward, come into Trikonasana triangle pose on this side, and start at the thigh and maybe move a bit more. Keep the shoulders broad. Soften through the lower back. Open your chest and heart. And lengthen the back of the neck. 1 more breath. Then slightly through that left knee, come all the way back up. Hands to the hips, turn the toes in, and heel toe your way to center. Take 1 more pause in Tadasana. It is a simple posture, but very powerful to build your willpower and your concentration. Full breath in and out. Soften the hands. And come to the back edge of your mat for just a moment. Open the feet. We'll slowly transition to the floor. Inhale the hands overhead. Exhale, bend the knees a lot into that deep squat again. Fingertips to the mat and come back to tabletop position. Walk the hands back towards the knees. Sit on the heels and come to a comfortable seat. You may want to use your blanket again. I'll face you, but you can face the front edge of your mat. Bring the feet together for Baddha Konasana, or butterfly pose. Knees apart, and you can play with the heels coming closer together or a little away from you. You sit on the edge of the blanket, that'll tilt the pelvis as well to help you sit longer and taller. Sit here first. See where you'd like to take it. Place the hands around the ankle or around the feet. Maybe you want to lean forward into it through a flat back. And this position gives plenty of room for your belly. It's also great for opening the pelvis, the pelvic floor, the hips. And you can take it further if you'd like to place the hands on the floor. Keep your breath active and steady. We'll stay for about 3 to 4 breaths quietly. To come out of the posture, walk the hands back towards the ankles, sit up tall again. And send the hands around the knees, knees close together. Feet straight out in front of you for Janu Shirshasana, or head to knee pose. Left knee in and out. Traditionally, the leg would be straight in front, but for pregnancy, we'll open it out to the side to leave plenty of room for your baby. Place the hands behind you, fingertips behind you as well. Chest up, shoulders back. And feel the stretch to the back of the leg and through the lower spine, the lumbar spine. You can stay here or move further into the stretch by taking your hands forward. Feet stay engaged, toes open. The leg is still engaged as well. And you can also take the outside, the right hand around the right foot. It's important to remember that when you're stretching and you're in pregnancy, that you don't overstretch. So always go to a comfortable stretch, not beyond. You'll feel more flexible than you usually do, and that's because of the hormone relaxin. So it's easier to get injured by overstretching. So stay mindful, honor your body where it is in the moment, and just come to a comfortable place. Two more breaths. Move away from the foot, back towards the waist, back towards the hips, and lengthen the opposite leg out. Draw your right leg in, create that check mark position again. You can still stay on your blanket. Hands behind you, open through the torso, lift, stretch here, or move forward, move deeper. You may want to close the eyes again, keeping your focus inward. Your attention on this moment. Three more breaths. Move back towards the hips, sit up tall again, and extend both legs out. Feet come together. Bounce out through the knees. And come into a comfortable seated position. Gentle seated twist. Inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale, twist over to your right side. One hand on the knee, one hand behind you, but keep your navel forward and initiate the twist from the upper body. You can just gently place that hand on the knee. You don't have to push or pull your way to the twist. Another precaution in pregnancy, when you do twist, navel stays forward. It's always gentle. You can even take your gaze over the shoulder. Sit up tall. Ribs away from the hips. And then unwind slowly. First the shoulders, then the face, coming back through center. Inhale, fully extend, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale towards the other side. Breath is steady, open, and deep. Then slowly come back towards the midline, back towards center. Hands at the heart. We'll move into a final posture, Shavasana. And this is where we'll use the pillows. I recommend lying on your left side. If you're in first trimester, you can lie on the spine safely. But second and third trimester is best to lie on the left side to bring optimal circulation to you and your baby, since we'll be here for a little bit longer. Place one pillow for your head, and you can take the blanket, leave it where it is to support your hip, or roll it up to support your arm. The opposite cushion will be between the knees, lying down on your left side. And as you get comfortable, readjust, find the best space for you and your baby. And then close your eyes when you're ready. Bring awareness back to your breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. And then let your breath come into a natural pattern. Feel your face soften, Shoulders relax. Chest softens. Relax the entire spine. Release any abdominal muscles, any tension through the hips. Relax through the thighs, both knees, the calves, and finally through the feet. Surrender your weight towards the floor and enjoy just being. If you prefer to stay in Shavasana, stay as long as you like, comfortably resting with you and your baby. Or you can follow me into a comfortable seated position, always pushing up from your side so you don't engage those abdominal muscles. I want to keep that soft. Come back to your comfortable seat. Place the hands at the heart and take a cleansing breath in and out through the nose. With the hands at your heart, you're sealing in your practice today. Bow towards your chest, towards your hands, and honor the divine space that's within you. And honor the divine space that's within your baby. I thank you for practicing with me today, and I thank you for allowing me to guide you. May you continue to cultivate peace in your life and be present in the moment. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. Namaste.